Thank you so much for staying here on the AM show, and I'm sure you've been wondering what's all that about, what you just saw. And by now you know that I am a self-acclaimed mental health advocate. Nobody has placed it on me, but it's just something I like to do because it is such an important part of our lives that we neglect every day. So you hear people even talk about going to get a check twice or 4 times every year. And we think it's just about our physical well-being. We don't think about our minds. We don't think about our emotions as well. So I am very happy today that Magnus Day, marketing head of the Blow Group of companies who produce Bel-Aqua, and his company have graciously decided to come up with something fantastic and phenomenal, and he'll be telling us about that. And he is to my immediate left. On my extreme left is Dr. Albert Seto here. He's a psychiatrist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, one of the few psychiatrists we have in Ghana. I don't know why, but he says we will get there. So I believe in his words of assurance. Thank you so much, Magnus. This is such a big deal for many of us. You know, read all the articles they talk about, even COVID, and how it has escalated mental health across the world for many people, you know, kept indoors, jobs lost, relatives lost. People are in such an unfortunate emotional state. Talk about our present predicament in Ghana. People are struggling to make, you know, ends meet. Fathers especially have to carry and shoulder, you know, so much, trying to meet their responsibilities, but we all think that, oh, when we wake up, we should be going without pausing to take a break.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank you so much. You have no idea how excited I am about this. Tell us about this initiative and how it came up.
Okay, so good morning to your viewers. I think you've already given us a background to why they should come up. I think that COVID really exacerbated the conversation. The economic turmoil also made it even more complex. In recent times, it's very common to see a lot of people posting on social media what they're going through. And even in our offices, people are getting more and more stressed, more and more frustrated. The depression is on the high. We've had all forms of anxiety disorders coming up. And we feel that it is important we take the conversation up, create a lot of education, awareness, do a lot of interventions because it's critical. And Bel-Aqua as a water brand it's best fit to do this because taking a break begins with a sip of water. We believe that if you want to take a break, first pause, take a sip of Bel-Aqua mineral water, Ghana's best water brand, and then you can take all the other interventions that Dr. Sedo here will be prescribing to us. So this how the conversation came about. It's a difficult conversation because most people will think, mental health, they're talking about mad people. It's really not even about mad people. It's just about taking care of your mind because we take care of our bodies, we take care of our faces, we take care of every other part of our body. But when it comes to the mind, we really don't pause to take good care of the mind, which is very important. And research proves that when you take good care of your mind, you are highly productive, your relationships are good, everything around you just becomes very stable and sustainable. So Bel-Aqua, caring for Ghana, thought that it's important that we contribute to the overall well-being of Ghanaians. So this is how the whole concept came about.
I'll come for you to share details about the launch, which is free for everybody.
Yes,
it's free entry. But let me come to you, Dr. Sedo here. Mental health. We seem to, like he suggested, think that people who need mental health care are those who may be walking on the streets half naked or who may be showing extreme forms of mental health conditions. But basically, tell us why it's important right from the onset. And I'm sure, like many other medical fields, I just had a conversation about breast cancer, and the doctor was talking about early detection. Tell us about when we need to get the signal that we have to take a break.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, good morning to your viewers, and thank you for the opportunity. And I must add to what my brother rightly said. Mostly, we will go looking for sponsorship. But this time, they came reaching out for us to organize such a program. So we are grateful to Bel-Aqua for the sponsorship. Now, mental health, you ask a question, it's not for people who are mad. No. Mental health is just about your ability to handle the normal daily stresses, make right decisions, and contribute positively to the greater society, as well as relating well with every other person. That is what mental health is. Right. It is the mental illness. That is where any condition that affects how you think, act, or feel. That is mental illness. Now you're talking about people who are naked on the street, people who they claim as mad. That is not the definition of what it should be. Those people, like I always say, everybody has a family. Everybody is from a family. So the people you see on the streets are those who are left uncared for.
Right.
Everybody's from a home, from a family, so everybody has somebody who, a friend, a relative, or something. So those you see on the street are those who are left uncared for. And we all need to know that none of us in this room, myself, yourself, every one of us, none of us is immune to any of the mental illnesses. None of us is immune. We are all genetically predisposed differently to developing any forms of the mental illness. It's just a matter of what may precipitate it.
Right.
That is why Bel-Aqua bringing this thing on board, take a break. It's very important because of the things you mentioned earlier. The stresses these days, stress from home, from work, financial stress, lots of stresses that are around, keeps going up. And if you notice, the numbers of people coming down with mental illnesses keeps rising. Globally, it's not just Ghana. And Bel-Aqua taking this upon themselves to create this awareness. And the month of October, especially 10th October every year, is the World Mental Health Day. So they reached out that they want to put something together. So we have to put a team together, a team of specialists, psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, to create awareness. Now, we need people to know that you and I are not immune. We are not better than the person you label as mad. Now, this is what is very interesting. And when I say it, I'm happy I always tell people, the one you claim is mentally ill, in your parlance may be mad, the only difference between you and that person may just be possibly a matter of time.
Wow.
If you also go through the same stresses the person went through, yours might even be worse. That is why everybody needs to know we all are predisposed to developing them. So we need to do what is required. We need to care for our friends and family. If you find somebody having certain symptoms, unusual symptoms, departing from how you know the person to be, yours is to seek help for the person and with the person. That's all you are supposed to do. You're not supposed to just leave the person to his or her own fate. Because what happens most often is that the people themselves sometimes are not aware that there is a problem going on. Right. Most of them are able to tell these days because awareness is going up. People walk in, doc, I'm not feeling well. What are the issues? Then you start narrating. That's good. But some of them are not able to tell that there is a problem. All right. So the symptoms is about when you see somebody behaving unusually. You just suspect, confront the person, seek help for the person at any nearby hospital, and there is help available. You said earlier that there are not many psychiatrists in Ghana. True, a few years ago it was even worse. But now there are about 74, and the numbers will keep increasing because of what our seniors and ourselves, we are all encouraging more and more people into the field. So yes, the numbers will keep increasing. With support from companies like Bel-Aqua and Co., we will differ. And
I know there are a lot of people watching us who really identify with a lot of the things that Doc is saying. But Doc, when should I realize that I'm reaching tipping point? I need a break. I need to sip some Bel-Aqua. I need to light a candle, go to a musical concert, free my mind, go and sit at the beach. When or how often should we be doing that? And should I even wait till I reach tipping point?
So you asked a lot of questions in one in one breath. Very good. So the things that you need to, when should you know that you need to take a break? Of course, the body is designed such that you need at least, for every adult, you need at least 6 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep.
Pardon?
6 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. I know you don't get that. That's why you said pardon.
No.
6 to 8 hours
of uninterrupted
sleep. You need at least that for the body to rest. Because all of us have 24 hours. And ideally, 8 hours is for resting, 8 hours for working, 8 hours for other things. You understand? But we use all the 16 hours and we still, from the 8 hours left for the resting, do every other thing. And we can justify it. I'm busy, I'm schooling. So there are a lot of people going through a lot of things. Schooling, working, family. So all these things are happening. Now, when should you take a break? Of course, your body will give you signals.
Right.
you will know that you're not performing at the peak as you used to. You feel more tired. And the commonest condition we always see in every hospital that has psychiatric unit is depression. So you begin to realize you're feeling much more sad than you used to. And this sadness is not one that you can just snap out of.
Right.
That is what people need to know. Oh, you'll be fine. Your name again?
Bernice.
They just go, Bernice, you'll be fine. It's not true.
You are strong.
You are strong. You can do this. That's not what the person... It's not only about that. All right, you're feeling much more sad than usual, and then you begin to realize you are losing interest in things you used to like. You used to come to work, warm up nicely to your colleagues. You used to maybe go on social media. You used to do certain things. You have certain hobbies that you do. But these days you are losing interest in such things. Your sleep, either you're not able to sleep well, or you are oversleeping. Your appetite, either you're not eating well, or you are overeating. Your weight. Either you are losing weight or you are gaining too much weight. And concentration, where you're able to focus your attention on a thing for duration, if you're realizing that you're not able to do the same, then there may be a problem. If you are at work and you are making certain common, highly avoidable mistakes, for example, you want to mention my name and you mention his name. Then you want to mention his name, you mention my name twice, thrice. That's not you. You are sharp, you see the prompter, you're able to do that, but you're realizing you're making certain common, highly avoidable mistakes. And if your output is reducing globally, and if you have friends around you, they will notice it mostly. And they will tell you, Dennis, I think you are changing. Is there a problem? So when you have good, loved ones around you, who know you for you, they will prompt you, is there a problem? And if you're going to be candid with them, you just tell them, I'm not feeling well. Then they can ask all the questions, or you just check into hospital and narrate your story, and we are there to help.
That's a very, 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 very... You've got me thinking about a lot of things, especially uninterrupted sleep, and I'm sure that a lot of women will identify with that, especially those who have kids.
Yeah.
6 to 8 hours uninterrupted sleep
adults.
is heaven.
Yes.
It's heaven.
Most adults don't get it.
But most adults don't get it, but I think it's something. And Doc, I know that there will be a lot happening later today at the Alliance Francaise. And so you can go and meet Doc and his team, or walk into any facility, ask to speak to a psychiatrist if you really think you need help. But Magnus, what time should we be at Alliance Francaise? What is the program going to look like? What should we look forward to?
So we're calling it Healing Together Vigil. We need to heal. And yes, we said a vigil because, we take breaks at the night or in the night. So the vigil symbolizes the campaign theme that says take a break. So it's a healing together time, and there will be a lot of performances from artists that we know. Some are on our screens: Abiana, Pure Akan, Reynolds, The Gentleman, and co. There will be poetry from Chief Mumen. Foster Romanus is going to take us through some comedy to laugh. There'll be dance drama. So there's a lot of things going on that night. There'll be good drinks. Bel-Aqua does not only do water. We do a lot of beverages. We do cocktails, and there'll be a lot of finger stuff going on the night. We want to spend the time and learn how to take a break. There'll be therapists like Dr. Sedo here who will take us through what it means to take a break. What do you do? There are people who take us through yoga sessions, what to do. If you are in the office and you are really tired and you need 2 minutes to rejuvenate yourself, what do you do? Those will be very...
salient tips and stuff.
Exactly. That you feel so fresh, you feel so brand new, as though the day just started. And the corporate world, we need it a lot. So these are the things that will be going on. So from 6 p.m., Dr. Sedoya and his colleagues will be taking us through some screenings, some talk shows, some therapy. Then from 8 p.m. we'll start having the music and all the artists, and then they'll still intersperse it with a few minutes of tips and nuggets that we need for everyday life. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
You're
Bel-Aqua,
welcome.
for doing this. And thank you, Doc, for making yourself available. We've said a lot, but there's a lot more to be done tonight at Alliance Francaise. Please come. If you have a friend who is depressed, bring them. Doc and his team are there you know, if you need a break, if you're having constant headaches, if you're stressed out, if you can't sleep well, please come and take a break. Okay, it's important because we need you to be mentally sound. So the venue is Alliance Francaise. Starts at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you so much, Magnus Day. He's head of marketing at Blow Group of Companies, producers of Bel-Aqua and Bell Products.
Yes.
And then Dr. Albert Sedo here is psychiatrist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. This has been my conversation about mental health. I think I need a break now. Thank you. We'll be back with more.
You're welcome. Thank you.